Hello world, welcome to the first time in a very long time Born and Bred the brand interviewing people in the B3 corner. If y'all don't know who I am by now, I am Mimi B and I got with me
Big Curt, soon to be known as Ezzo.
Woo! Woo! Are you ready to get into these questions with me?
Oh yes, if I wasn't, I wouldn't have showed up.
I hear that. All right, so we're gonna start off with the basic. So who are you?
Well, I'm Esborn Sweeting. That's my birthright's name. Nickname Curtis. Has nothing to do with my real name. From South Carolina. Grew up in a small town called Ezzo, South Carolina. From Ezzo, South Carolina, moved to a small town called Saluda. So I'm gonna shout out the South period. Live in Columbia. You know, I'm a traveler. I enjoy traveling. Not afraid to learn. That's basically what I am. I love my kind of music.
Well, what is your kind of music?
The type of music that I make.
So how do you go through that process of finding what Big Curt Ezzo sound is?
Okay. It's more so of all the greats. You have to give credit where credit's due, as well as pay the correct homage. So if I'm gonna pay the correct homage, I'm gonna pay the homage to my mom and my dad first. The reason why my mom's a singer, my dad, rest in peace, played the drums. So I got a gift for what I have. I'm not quite sure if it's what the Lord prefer me to do at all times, because I believe in him. I believe that he exists. So I'm gonna have to give that credit where credit is due as well. Although, as I was saying about my mom and my dad, it's in me. I have no choice other than have a love for music because it's a type of art. To find is what defines what my soul agrees with. From soul being, then have to have respect with the spirit man, excuse me. Dealing with the spirit man, I have to understand with the heart. With the heart, I have to meditate with mind. If I don't like the beat, if it agitates anything, I move on to something else.
So how do you go about finding your beats? Do you just go through YouTube and figure out producer here, whatever free beats, or how does that?
Oh, I'm a YouTube lover. I know other people that make beats as well. Although the beats that I find on YouTube, oh man, I find some stuff, and pretty soon I've been reaching out to a couple of the producers of tracks. As soon as we're able to get things together, B3 has actually reached out to producers, getting stuff that we need. So I got some real good stuff coming pretty soon. Some real good stuff.
All right, of this good stuff, how long have you been in the music game?
Okay, let's see. It's been over, about 25 years, out of all honesty.
25 years, and in that 25 years, what have you learned? Did you pick up an instrument in this time, or you just been being artist, rapper extraordinaire?
Oh, no instruments. I wish I would love to learn to play instruments. To tell you what, once I break worldwide consistently, I'm gonna say 7 times back to back, then I'm gonna learn how to play an instrument. The very first instrument that I want to learn how to play is the piano. Very first instrument.
Oh, you gonna be rapping and on the keys?
No, I'm gonna just play the piano on leisure time because I love the keys. I love the sound of them. Second would be a guitar. I love guitar strings. I love the way they sound. Although, unfortunately, no, I do not play any type of instruments. Although, when it comes to freestyling, from what everybody tell me, I have a gift.
And do, very much so. You got a gift for the freestyle.
Thank you.
Within that spirit of the freestyle, you can go ahead and drop something real fast. Bars.
Acapella?
That's right.
Alright. Well, tell you what, can we get into more of the interview before I get into it?
We show can.
Yeah, I want to feel all my viewers' energy before. That's because this is part of looking for that. I'm gonna give y'all the jewel. To find a really good hit that you know is gonna be successful, you have to study. You have to study the crowd that you're trying to pull along. Because if you just drop something that you're not sure that Black people are gonna like, white people are not gonna like, Hispanic people are not gonna like. You don't need to drop it for that particular genre, ethnicity, whichever one you want to call it. You want to cater to who you're trying to pull towards. So I'm honest. I'm honest with mine. If you want to drop dope boy music, be a dope boy. I'm not telling you to go out and sell drugs, although if you don't drop dope boy music, be a dope boy. Sell your dope boy music to the dope boys, because dope boys have a code that they live by. You get what I'm saying?
Big Curt dropping jewels.
Some may disagree. Okay, that's a part of life. We're all gonna have disagreements, but I'm just breaking something down. If you're a gospel artist, sell your music to your gospel people. The reason why, because Scripture clearly tells you do not force the Lord on a person, on a child or a person. You don't do that. So you don't want to force. That's for both sides. I mean, to anyone.
That's marketing 101 in the industry, y'all. Pay attention to your demographics and study your people.
Have to.
Man, listen. So, is that where this 25 years of music has been on the back end being knowledgeable about the business?
Well, 25 years I have been procrastinating. Big Curt was a really big procrastinator. Now, it's people that know me. It's people that know me. I have a serious buzz as far as having plugs. Like, I could be the plug, I could be the connect. I'm not gonna tell y'all that though. Come on. Words get taken and misused every day. Although what I will tell you, that I have some experience, performance. I've done performances. I've been in some really extraordinary recording studios.
Talk about them. Where at?
Virginia. Shouts out to VA. Can't quite remember messing with Copperstone Records. Shouts out Copperstone Records. You know, people that have dealt with legends that's push people out. And when we get into the part when I freestyle, y'all get to hear it, where the guy, he was like, damn, does this guy ever stop? Like, people say that I'm a machine or something.
Very much so.
Listen, I enjoy the music thing. I don't look at competitions as anyone is better than me, because before I allow a person to be better than myself, I have to learn to overcome me. And in the process of me overcoming me, that means that process of elimination, not even focus or worry about you.
Big facts. All the way through. But would you consider yourself more of an MC or like a full-on lyricist?
Now, this is the catch. This is another part of the procrastination. All procrastination isn't bad. I don't care what no one say. I'm having a fight within if I want to substitute myself out, because if you pick one, you got to be able to stand the whole with that. I know that I am a lyricist, although I know I can rap. I know I have what it takes to be a rapper. It's just on both the flaws, because of me, I haven't did the research of which one that I prefer. I can't give you everything from hip hop. I don't listen to everybody. I haven't listened to everybody. All I can say is, from the sound of the beat, if it grabs me, my attention, then I want to hear what the artist is saying. Within the first 2 seconds, but I could be lenient. I'm a nice guy, honestly. Within the first verse of the song, if you did not catch my attention, I don't think you have what it takes, maybe on that particular song.
So which would you rather just go ahead and freestyle everything that you do, or you take the time to sit down and write something?
All right, it depends the mood that I'm in. If I have a beat, I'm already in it. The beat, if it takes me, pretty much the beat tells me what to say. If the beat tells me what to say, I'm gonna listen to it. Now, if it's a cipher and somebody's spitting fire off of that energy from those people, then yeah, all right, it makes me think a little more. This is something I always wanted to do. So I had to cater to it differently from what most people would say. I wasn't one who was always doing research on who's my favorite artist. No, I was the one that was putting beats in the CD player from the first track to the last track. I would listen to it and just listen to it and just listen to it. I'm like, all right, so this is what I got to do to make sure everybody gonna love my shit. Cause the truth, one of my favorite albums. It's not a lot of artists that can say that I purchased their album, honestly. A lot of people that you'll think that I haven't. And it's only one artist, rest in peace, Mr. DMX, Earl Simmons. Only artist dead and alive that I purchased every album that he dropped.
Oh, wow. There we go. Shout out to the big boss dog growling in the background.
All day, every day.
So, you know, a little bit off the topic. Yeah, like I said, I'm honest. So when it comes to me doing the freestyle, it's more so the beat. If the beat is more so in the feel of life, I mean, I enjoy life. I had a rough childhood, not that bad. There's people out here that had it worse than I've had. So which that actually helped to mentor me with a lot of things that I don't like to talk to people about. I'm private, I'm personal. You have to. A lot of things that you give back to people, some people can take that and use it against you. And you trying to stay away from stuff like that. So you always got to keep yourself on guard. Don't ever drop your guard for nothing, no one. So with the music, like I was saying, if you give me something where, you know, everybody went to high school, if you got a chance to experience the football games where whatever school you went to, your band went wild with their music, if I hear a beat like that, it'll take me back to some things that I experienced through high school. Not just experience things that I got to witness through my own two eyes. Let's see. If you slow the music down, say R&B, oh, I can give you R&B too. Why can't I give you R&B? I love women. Like,
Oh.
That's not the only aspect of R&B now.
well, you're right. I want to be a family man one day, not trying to rush it. I have no babies, I'm single. So, you know, I got a lot of freedom.
Y'all heard that, ladies? He's single. Look at this in his mint shirt with his mint polo shirt on and this fresh hairline. You know that's good baby making hair right there. Y'all see that? That is grade A. Your baby's gonna come back slick. All right. So let's talk about what you got going on with B3.
Well, right now, if you check YouTube, it's called The Takeover. We have an EP. 4 songs off of EP. I think y'all, as one of the artists has said, whenever it first come on, I don't think you're ready for this. I think he's right. I don't think y'all are. You have to listen. This is a time where music is at a point where either we're gonna do something about it or we just gonna let it change. And I'm an artist that's really gonna do more than just something about it. I'm iconic. I haven't dropped an album. It's not many people know me, although there's so many people that do. And the ones that know me know out of everything, music has always been that one. That turn money down for music, plenty money down for music. You need money to invest into your product. Not all the time, because you never know who you get to meet just by being who you are. I'm humble. I'm gonna let you know that now. Although I'm not your average person, I'm not stupid, I'm not dumb. As I was saying about the album, if you listen to all 4 tracks, I'm on the last 2 tracks. I'm the first verse on the first track of the last 2 tracks, and I'm the second verse on the last track on the 4 release EP.
And the accidental hook. I don't even like this beat.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that one?
Because I really didn't like it. Out of all honesty, it was a task. It was a task. I'm like, let me help the artists that's trying to come in and think that labels, if you want to sign to a label, if you think labels are just trying to prick you, if they tell you they want you to write a song about a girl breath who stinks, like I'm just using that for example. Don't knock the challenge of actually trying to write that type of track, that particular song. Reason B is because those type of tasks, they actually help you out to do more than just think outside of the box. And also open up your mind to a different side of music that you didn't expect that most people would actually like. Love and joy. It's different. You never know. You could catch a #1 hit off a song saying she was beautiful, although she had toe jams. You see what I'm saying?
Anything but toe jams.
Anything but toe jams, okay. We'll say she had fungus.
Oh, Lord.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and made it very comical, have a nice catchy hook with a nice beat where they can listen to it. Once it gets stuck in their head, you got it. So that's not the type of music we want. We want to educate people. We want to let women know that y'all more than just want to shake their hands, more than just bitches. You actually have power within you. Want the men to know that you more than just a gangster and a thug. And if you're a gangster and a thug, then how about rock it with cagemanship? When I say rock it with cagemanship, move as a king. I mean, that's what it boils down to. Honestly, I enjoy just being a human being. I don't want to be no king. You got too many problems. More problems than I want. I don't want to be no gangster. I don't want to be no thug. I just want to be me.
All right, so along with B3 Project, you have a project of your own coming up? Talk to me.
Well, I am working on a couple of projects at once. I'm actually working on a project with B3, Bred, the Brand.
Woo!
And I actually want to do a project of my own. Now, one thing that I know about me when they get into the freestyle, if I keep my recorder, I can push the music out. Because I have a recorder, I don't have my recorder with me, although I have music on it. I accidentally deleted the first wave that it had, like 32 tracks on it, with hooks. And it was just freestyle. I was just in that vibe that day. And when I was in that vibe, I had it and I was going, then my mind was racing, I was thinking. And in the process of thinking, I actually had visions. So a lot of my songs are visual because I had visions. Process of me having visions, give me a chance to look at how I'm actually going to detail. That's the only way right now. But when it comes to freestyling, like I said, the beat.
So it's all a vibe for you when it comes to creating.
Yeah.
Even if it's freestyling.
Yeah.
If you feel the energy of whoever's there that you going after or together with, or however the beat moves you. It's a vibe. I'm with it.
If you don't have that certain vibe, then it dulls me. When I get dull, I get bored. When I get bored, I get restless. When I get restless, I leave.
But hey, I mean, then you got some dope moments like, I don't even like this beat.
Hey, but that actually turned out to be real good though.
It did.
Because after I laid the verse down from all the frustration, from actually having to do a track that I didn't want to do because I didn't like the beat, just didn't like it, turned out to be one of my favorite songs.
Yeah. That works out sometimes.
I got to talk a lot of shit, and everybody that heard it, I got some really good feedback. So I think it's been past time. I just needed to believe in myself a little bit more than I said I was, to actually get up and start putting that move forward, that progression. Like I said, Curt was a procrastinator. Though all procrastination isn't bad, because in the process of that procrastination, it took time that I had to know that, look, you gotta grow up, you gotta think different, you gotta make different moves. You gotta be able to take constructive criticism, and I'm a person who could give myself that all the time when it comes to something. You can tell me like 415 times, it's perfect. I can actually 416. Are you sure? Like, what? Did I change it last time? I just want to make sure. So, I mean, I honestly haven't ever had anyone tell me that I wasn't nice or I couldn't do this. It's not been once a person has ever told me that. Everybody that has actually heard me, first thing they ask me is, why are you here? Why haven't you signed? Why doesn't anybody know who you are? Why hasn't anybody ever featured you? I mean, selfish. I don't like people like that.
So that brings me into my next question. So exactly who are you making the music for, and why now?
Basically, a lot of people that I've came in contact with within the last, I'm gonna say 6, maybe 7.5 years, they're actually searching for something different. And the different that they're searching for is more so within them. Learning how to really love themselves. All right. Some people go through trauma at a very young age. Some go through trauma in midlife crisis. Some people go through trauma at a very late age in life. So, me particularly, I don't like to talk about it, although to be a little help, I give only some and not much. I went through trauma as a child, baby. I went through another type of trauma. Middle, went through another type of trauma around the age that I am now. So, I know how to handle trauma differently because there's certain things that different type of trauma can teach you. It's all trauma, though let's see how I can break this down. I want to break this down where a lot of people be able to understand this. All right. Some people experience death by seeing it through the eye. Not everybody have seen a person get killed or that type of phase. That's a trauma. Okay? Everybody hasn't been abused. Talk about hit by loved ones that tell you that they love you. Just abuse. You see what I'm saying? Everybody hasn't been sexually molested. Those are 3 different types of traumas. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All right. Within those 3 types of traumas, all right, the feeling of one is totally different from the other 2. One, you don't have the feeling of unless you're the one who actually took life. It's a different type of feel for the one who no longer had their life versus for the one who was sexually molested. You know, use women for example. That y'all were robbed. For the woman that was sexually, she was robbed. She was robbed though she's still alive. Though it's still tough because someone entered inside a place where they weren't wanted. Versus the man who lost his life and the man or the woman who took the life. Versus the one who was just beaten. You see what I'm saying? That's 3 different types of feel within trauma. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So that's what your music for all of that?
It's the help to heal. Like, I feel if I can do something really good that's great, I can help. Help. Giving you something because a lot of people have also told me growing up that just certain things that I say just answer their question or it just helps. It heals them. To me, I don't quite really understand what it's all about until I have to experience something to go through. So a lot of things that I talk about is from experience. A lot of things that I talk about because I went through it. Some things are theory within question. Within the theory of question, I have to search. I have to search scripture. Like I said, I'm not knocking the Lord for no one. If I have to die for him, that's what it is. I'm not afraid of that. Am I trying to go right now? Absolutely not. Like God gave us a brain, he expects us to use it. There's a lot of things that I would love to say. There's a lot of things that I'm not able to say. Because it's a certain respect dealing with life, period. Though if the Lord gave me that, all right, go, then I'll go. If not, then I'm not. I'm very different. I'm probably one of the most different artists that you would ever meet. I'm down to earth. I enjoy having fun. Laughter is one of my strongest points. I love laughing. Laughing makes me feel good.
All right, so why decide to bring out your music now?
Well, honestly, when I was in college, I had a vision. And it was dealing with the music. And during that time that I had that vision, I held on to it. And, excuse me, I went through a phase with the music where I was noticing how much I was kind of sounding like all the other artists that was actually doing their thing. And I told myself, you know what? I'm going to change the way that I'm actually doing this music. I'm going to change it. And in the process of me telling myself that I'm going to change it, I actually believed within me that I was going to make that change with my music. Several years when it gets back to the whole point, because college is when I really had a fascinating experience with the Lord. All because of how I believe, and I honestly believe that. That's why I had it. I started feeling how it's changing on the inside as a person. So, the more I started writing more positive music, the more I get to meditate on the positive things that's around. A lot of things took me back to when I was young, all the good parts of the childhood that actually gave me a chance to laugh, smile, understand a little bit about me that I overlooked. So I wrote a song. I'm trying to think what song it was. Well, it's not a song quite, it's a hook. And the way the hook went, I was talking to one of my good friends, and he told me, he said, man, I needed that. I looked at him like, what you talking about? He was like, just that hook right there. It just helped me with everything that I was going through. And I looked at him because we were always joking. I was like, oh, you was going through something? He was saying he was going through it. He was like, you don't tell nobody when you going through something. So I'm looking at him like, yeah, touche. You right. But it made me feel good because I'm like, all right, I made a vow. You see what I'm saying? With the Lord. I got plenty of vows with the Lord that I made. So that means that I have to stand on these vows. Because when you make a vow with the Lord, you have to stand on it. There's no breaking no vow with the Lord. So, you definitely gonna get some of what they might call secular music, gospel. No, I'm gonna give you facts. And the facts that I give you is not gonna be the type that you're gonna just be able to say no. I mean, the Bible has every answer to every question that we want to know. We just have to learn how to find it. I don't know how to find every question. Though what I talk about is because I have understanding. Not gonna make me look stupid. Not for no one.
All right, now that you done gotten into this space, now you ready to give us some bars?
Come on, let's keep going. Because I don't want to just give it. Okay, you know what? since I'm a gentleman, I'm gonna do it for the beautiful.
Well, thank you.
All right. So let's see. No matter the type of pressure that you're up against, you better learn to use your brain here to supplement pure pop for what that stuff is for when you feed in your mind off of books. It's more than just the words that you use if you choose. If you out there, depends on the breaking of the rules. Using in the lane for a place where it come from the ones that used to be considered to be dumb. Most of them smarter to keep their mind closed. That's real G speech, if you really know. Want to keep it clean because the kids might listen, but if it wasn't for them, I promise to do it different. Give it to them on the Bible we can understand. Solitude in my feet, I'm my own man. Worry about much because I got my own plan. Never been wooed, but I am Shaolin.
Bars.
Yeah.
Bars. Big Curt.
I feel like it did better with the freestyle, but since we asked, I figure I give you. That's another thing. We're not perfect. We're not perfect by far. Mistakes are good. That's another thing for humbling. A humble moment. Catch me in rare form, while I know all ease and tension is where it needs to be. I give you something. You be like, okay, understand why he is the way he is. Have to be.
Sure, and with that, we gonna wrap this up. I appreciate you, Big Curt, Ezzo, all the other ism things that we about to drop with this. Thank you for Big Boss in the back that's biting his nails like he right, but he's not. It's okay though. And this has been another B3 Corner.
B3.
Y'all, if y'all like this one, if y'all like the other ones, check them out. Like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. And until next